Up at the Flynn is the Black Experience 2023. Emiliano Void is an organizer and joins us now. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Ike.
Now, tell me a bit about the event. Who are the special guests and what kind of performances can people expect?
Yeah, so the Black Experience is really meant to celebrate and elevate Black and Brown voices from across the state. So a huge focus of the event is really leaning in and shining a light on local talent. So we have a bunch of musical performances, spoken word artistry, poets. We also have a bunch of community-led, Black-led community organizations as well. Really want to showcase what it is for talent that we have here locally around the state and really the efforts that Black folks are leading from across Vermont. And then the back half of the programming is celebrated around our headliners. So we're really excited to be welcoming Philadelphia, which is a world-famous all-Black ballet troupe out of Philadelphia, and they'll be doing a really cool preview performance for us during the Black Experience. And the huge educational component of our programming will be between the social activist legend Angela Davis and Dr. Trisha Rose, who's the director of African American Studies at Brown University. So we're really excited to be bringing, and really shining a light on Black and Brown talent, and then bringing in some really cool folks to be complementary to it as well.
A big lineup from national and local performances and acts. What are you hoping that people walk away with and learn from this event?
Well, there's a huge narrative, and it's a reality of Vermont, and it's really, there's just not a ton of Black folks around here, right? We're the second whitest state in the country. Black folks represent about less than 2% of the demographic here. And we really want folks to understand and to feel like even though there's not a huge consistency of Black folks, that in the areas where we are, we're thriving, right? We have a thriving population and community out here doing unbelievable and amazing things. So part of what we want to do is really create a platform to celebrate Black and Brown focused efforts and talent here locally, but also create connection. Right? We want to build folks together and build bridges towards greater connectivity between the local Black folks that we have here and the greater Burlington and Vermont community as a whole. So the idea is to try to create really this opportunity for elevated, I think, representation and visibility, but also really be intentional about creating cultural exchange for Black and Brown folks from across the state into the larger demographics of Vermont as a whole.
Going off that representation, is this kind of a way also for networking and being a kind of an exciting part for the community here as well?
Yeah, for sure. I think, the event is pretty substantial in terms of programming. So there's going to be a bunch of opportunities for folks to really get connected and familiar with one another. We're really excited about the intermission. We'll be providing free food for folks, free food and drinks as well. So there's going to be a switch over for the stage as we go from the local talent towards the headliners. And in that 30 to 45-minute period, there'll be a great opportunity for folks to come out into the lobby, grab some free food, grab some free drinks, and hopefully make some connections that they wouldn't have had in the past.
And what was it like planning this?
It's a bit of a loaded question. I think anybody who's done any kind of community organizing would tell you it's not easy, but certainly it's been well worth it, and we've been super fortunate to be really well received by the community. We've had a ton of really intentional folks lean in and great sponsors that have come out from the woodwork to really wrap their arms around this and help us stand it up. So it's never easy, like I said before, but it's definitely well worth it. And we thought there was a real opportunity, particularly in Vermont and in the framework of Black History Month, to build something that was celebratory and really a flagship event for not only the city, but the state as a whole. And so we got really intentional about trying to find ways to really bring folks together. And like I was speaking about before, some of our unbelievable sponsors have given us opportunities to connect, greater parts of the state where we'll be providing free transportation from Brattleboro, Rutland, as well as Montpelier, with a bunch of different stops along the way, picking up Black and Brown folks and bringing them into Chittenden County and Burlington for completely free for them to have access to this kind of event as well.
A lot of planning into that, as you can tell. Emiliano, one last time, when is the event and where can people learn more? How can they get in?
Yeah, February 25th, we're going to be doing it. We have a huge health component as well. So from 11:30 to 2:30, we'll be providing in partnership with the University of Vermont Health Network free access to medical testing and resources, and that will be at the Cathedral St. Paul's Church. So there's going to be a huge component to give folks access to resources and really medical attention in that space. And then from 5 to 9, we do the main programming over at the Flynn Theater, and that's February 25th. If you want to find out more about what we're doing, we're still looking for sponsors, so if folks want to lean in and help, you feel free to check us out at the blackexperiencevt.com, or you can just check us out directly on the Flynn website as well.
Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us, Ike.